Alright, think about this question really hard. Ready?
Thinking.
What is it like
Was that the question? Ready?
to be married to a white guy in Korea?
I knew that's what this video was going to be about. Also like being married to a white guy in Korea.
Or a foreigner. I mean, but I'm white. It's probably different than
I've
married.
never been married to a different kind of foreigner in Korea. So
Well, just
it's so hard to
specifically.
tell. Well, I feel like
Feels like you've thought about this.
I'm thinking about it now. You told me to think hard. I feel like in some ways it makes living here easier for me, who also isn't fully Korean. Because I feel like if I go somewhere with you, for example, to the bank.
So it's because my foreigner husband.
What?
Because my foreigner husband, he's an idiot.
No. Like if I go somewhere with you, like to the bank or something, it's like, oh, it makes sense that she doesn't seem Korean because she's married to a foreigner versus like, oh, she's like a kyopo or something, you know? Which I guess, I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows what like the technical or the official definition of a kyopo is, but I don't know if kyopos are allowed to have Korean passports.
You're not, you're not embarrassed? Is it ever embarrassing?
I don't think, actually, I don't find it embarrassing. I feel like what it has made me think, though, in the past, or I guess based on our past experiences, is that like Justin's always like, oh, I feel like you always feel empowered because you can like do the Korean liaising in Korea. And I thought about it, and I guess that's probably true. Like I would rather go to the bank with you than just go by myself and then be like, that girl's dumb because she's just dumb.
Or with a Korean that speaks Korean fluently?
Yeah, and have them translate for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't feel very empowering, would it?
No, it would feel very disempowering. I do remember the very first time I went to the bank by myself here, like without my mom, for example, and just being like so lost. But now I can go like easy peasy. I don't even have to go with you anymore as like my crutch.
But, I mean, I remember you telling me once when we were in New York, it was kind of embarrassing, right?
Yeah, surprisingly, well,
Why do you think?
I don't know.
Why are you embarrassed to be married to me or seen with me in public in New York?
Well, I feel like in New York, there's the white male Asian female stereotype, and I feel like most of those couples, I'm sure, are also lovely people and in loving relationships. So I feel like it's just like, oh, it's like white guys that have a thing for Asian girls and Asian girls that have a thing for white guys. Which is not the case for us, because I don't know that you have a thing for Asian girls or that I have a thing for white guys. I've never dated a white guy before.
Are you proud of that?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Imagine if like all my ex-boyfriends were like white, then it would definitely be like, oh, she has a thing for white guys. You know? Haha.
I got you.
I gotcha.
World stereotype.
Yeah.
What else?
But at the same time, I feel like we don't stand out as a couple or as a family. Let's say in a place like New York, because it's just a lot more diverse. Here, I feel like we stick out. 안녕하세요. But I wouldn't say. I don't know. I mean, I don't think the things that are hard in Korea is because I'm married to you, a white guy / a foreigner. I think it's just more specifically because my Korean language abilities are kind of more limited.
It's
than
funny
my-
that I asked about what it's like to be married to a foreigner here,
Yeah.
and you went to your Korean language abilities a lot in this conversation.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's just where the connections naturally led to in my brain.
last question I think is don't you feel bad at all that you didn't make pure-blooded children, Korean children?
The Korean government should be thanking me for making children at all.
But that's never crossed your mind.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it would be a different story if I like grew up here and I also believed in like 단일 민족.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be a different story if I was born here. but if I was raised here with the whole Tanilminjok mentality, but
Yeah.
I don't really believe it. I think the whole world to continue on is probably going to become brown at some point. So I'm quite proud of the fact that I have mixed blooded children. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm happy to stick out a little bit. But I also feel like I've never, I mean, I guess Korea is really the only place that I would blend in with everyone.
I mean, I feel like when we're in other countries, normally we don't actually really stick out that much. Like, we both stick out equally.
Yeah.
Here, I stick out more because it's homogenous.
Yeah, like I definitely stick out more here with you when I'm with you than like
Yeah.
if I'm just out and about by myself.
So maybe that's just, a really general feeling would just be like, you feel like we stick out a little bit more. It's not necessarily negative, or it's more positive than negative.
Yeah, I don't feel really negative about it at all. I feel like people just like notice us more, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I'd rather be noticed than forgotten. I don't want to be forgettable.
Yeah. You want to pop.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's it. Wow, that was a long one.
Oh my goodness.
That was good though.
Was it?
I think so. It's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna cut it.